Hi everyone, my name is Jana and I have created a lesson plan for analyzing political cartoons for new media and new literacies. In this lesson, we will be examining the various features of political cartoons and how behind the scenes techniques help cartoonists get their point across. In preparation for this lesson, students would have been asked to bring in clippings of political cartoons that they have found either in newspapers, magazines, or even online. The goal of this lesson is to get the learners started analyzing political cartoons and then allow them to successfully analyze them on their own during the next current event discussion. Students will also use these same methods later on to analyze historical cartoons. For this lesson, students will identify artistic techniques used in political cartoons. They will analyze the political cartoons using the visual and design features used by the artist. They will also use evidence to support their interpretations of political cartoons. For the purpose of this project, the targeted audience would be middle school social studies students. They would be studying current events and have the background information for the political events of the cartoon. This will lead to future lesson plans analyzing historical cartoons. Here I have included an interpretation rubric as well. To better understand the political cartoon, we first need to develop strategies for dealing with the narrative, design, and visual elements of these multimodal texts. To do this, the instructor will first cover the techniques artists use to get their points across. 5 of these techniques are symbolism, exaggeration, labeling, analogy, and irony. After covering the techniques, the instructor will give a demonstration by showing the different techniques used on a particular cartoon. After covering the techniques, the instructor will then give a demonstration showing the techniques used in a few cartoons. Of course, there are many more than the example. For this, we will use exaggeration. We'll use Trump's hair as the exaggeration. The symbolism, we could use the elephant. For labeling, we have Jeb's button. For irony, pretty much this cartoon says it. For the analogy, the comparison of the family Christmas card with the Trumpensteins. Of course, there are many others. At this time would be a good time to ask if there are any questions or if any of the students would like to point out some additional ones. After this brief discussion, either pair the students up to work on analyzing the cartoons they have brought in with them, or have them individually analyze some cartoons and prepare to present their work to the rest of the students. The main point of a political cartoon is to persuade you to the cartoonist's point of view. This is done sometimes without you even being aware they have done so. By teaching your students to spot these techniques and why they are used will help them be more aware and help keep them from being swayed to the cartoonist's point of view.